Let's make history. So the MTA in New York City have installed AI operated cameras on the windshield of buses. And the reason is to catch people who are parked illegally or driving in the wrong lanes. But the problem is that there's been mistakes and people have been issued tickets when they were not doing anything that they shouldn't have been doing. They were parked legally. They were driving in the correct lanes. But the cameras made a mistake. And this is actually expected, believe it or not. I know people are furious about it. I would be too.
A new network of artificial intelligence cameras is on the case, catching New York City motorists who block bus lanes. But an I-team investigation finds that some of those cameras are also catching drivers who are doing absolutely nothing wrong. Hundreds of instances where these AI systems have captured video of legal parking, but called it a violation.
Blink and you might miss them. On the windshields of hundreds of MTA buses, mounted cameras are now searching for vehicles blocking the bus lane. The cameras are powered by artificial intelligence, but driver George Hahn says last month he got 3 violations on the same day for blocking bus lanes on East 79th Street. But in each case, the videos captured by the bus cameras themselves show he was legally parked right here along with all these other cars. The I-team has learned hundreds of other drivers have been served similar mistakes. We showed these images to the MTA, and the transit agency confirmed buses on the M79 and BX35 lines have issued nearly 3,000 violations that should have been simple warnings. All the mistaken violations are being voided and refunded, writing, "In this situation, there were programming kinks, both in the mapping of curb areas and the timing of the warnings themselves, all of which have now been resolved." The MTA has touted the smart cameras as a high-tech way to clear the path for public buses too often slowed by discourteous drivers. Since 2019, more than 1,000 buses have been outfitted with the AI systems. 1,000 more buses plan to get them in coming months. The MTA says bus speeds are now 5% faster. A source familiar with the matter says the cameras that issued those 3,000-plus erroneous violations were operated by a company called Hayden AI, which inked an $83 million deal with the MTA to install the first round of onboard cameras. Hayden AI declined to answer the I-team's questions, referring us back to the MTA.
Certainly when we're thinking about the role of artificial intelligence in our society and the rollout of these programs, it really has to be done in an intentional way that really utilizes some level of common sense before you turn these systems on.
This is expected because AI is only 15 years old, roughly. So they're still working out the kinks. We're still in the beginning stages. You gotta look at AI as if it's an adolescent. You know, it's you as a teenager in a certain sense. And it could be that the MTA could be going into this half-cocked. They could be prematurely relying too heavily on this technology when it's still in the early stages of development. I've been speaking about this quite frequently lately. Have a look at my video on the future of history, part 1 and 2, as well as the future of AI. Something we can't ignore. It's going to be a part of our everyday lives in the not too distant future. Stay tuned. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button.